Hi everyone, welcome back, and today is the second day of National Adoption Awareness Month. I think I made a post about this last November as well, but now that I'm more invested in the adoption community, I am noticing some problems that need to be addressed. So first, what is National Adoption Awareness Month? This was started to raise awareness about the amount of youth in foster care that need homes. And it has since been co-opted by parents and private adoption agencies to basically promote infant adoption and the look at me, adoption's great, look at my family, you should adopt too. And now adoptees and foster care youth are trying to reclaim the month and basically educate and spread awareness about what adoption is really like. And that's not to say we're all spreading negative stories and that kind of thing, but for 11 months out of the year, parents speak for us. And now there's a month that has become something it's not supposed to be. What's interesting is if you go on social media, a lot of adoptees will post, okay, National Adoption Awareness Month is approaching, it's a terrible month, I'm gonna disappear, it's triggering. And then you see parents posting, this is my favorite month of the year, adoption's great, it's a blessing. And so I think seeing that imbalance should tell you something. Yeah, it's hard speaking during this month because you say one thing that isn't saying adoption is a blessing and people come at you hardcore. Just today I got a lot of new subscribers on Instagram because I made a post that got shared a lot, and I'm really thankful for that. But the amount of accounts that followed me and their bios say something like blessed by the gift of adoption, choose adoption, basically the savior narrative, rainbows and unicorns. A ton of them followed me and I was getting pretty frustrated. I don't think I was getting actually triggered, but we're all out here trying to speak our truths and trying to tell society, hey, it's awareness month, you need to be aware of these complexities. And then to have all of these parents coming out of the woodwork like, look at me, I adopted, my family's awesome. It is super jarring. And I'm pretty sure a lot of those accounts are going to unfollow me once they read enough of my posts and realize I'm not like, oh my gosh, I was saved, yay. I know I'm gonna have a lot of ups and downs. Even if you just watch my channel, there are some videos where I'm super grateful and loving and, you know, adoption is great, and then there are other videos where I'm like, yeah, this really sucks, and that's just how life is as an adoptee. There's always going to be that imbalance, and there's always going to be days where you're like feeling great, and then the next day, maybe even the next hour, you're like, nope, not for me. And November really heightens that. It really is because everyone is suddenly posting about adoption, and it feels like we're being silenced even more because parents are taking over. Just the other day, I saw a post by a parent that basically, I'm gonna paraphrase, but said, you know, National Adoption Month, they didn't use awareness, National Adoption Month is approaching. These are the struggles I have as an adoptive parent, look how great I'm doing. That is not the point of the month, guys. I use National Adoption Awareness Month to listen to new perspectives, to reach out to people that I haven't connected with before. Even if I don't agree with them, I'm willing to hear their perspective, understand why they're saying the things they're saying. It could be an adoptee, an adoptive parent, a birth parent, but you know, as long as they're not trying to silence me and tell me that I'm dumb for feeling the way I do, I'll listen to you. We can have a great conversation. I've had awesome conversations just in these first 2 days because people are willing to listen. And I see people learning. And so I'm hoping that the rest of the month goes really well. But the majority of people that are posting are adoptive parents who are basically advertising their own families and using it to promote infant adoption, not foster care adoption. There are so many minors in foster care that are truly in need of homes, and people are ignoring them because they're not blank slates. Well, guess what? I was adopted when I was 6 months old, and I am not a blank slate. This is just a little PSA. National Adoption Awareness Month is to raise awareness and educate people about, one, the complexities of adoption, and two, to make it known that there are many kids in foster care that need homes. So I have a challenge for all of you. There are 4 weeks of National Adoption Awareness Month, and I would say 1 per week. Find a new perspective, someone you haven't connected with yet, someone you haven't read, someone you haven't watched. I guess if you want to count me as one, fine. But I'm one perspective. My story is unique, so don't just use me to learn. Use this month to find different perspectives. I'm an international transracial adoptee. Maybe find a domestic adoptee. Maybe find someone in foster care. But listen to adoptees and foster care youth and broaden your resources. Don't just find them and read it and be like, oh, okay, they don't know what they're talking about. Really try to understand what they're going through and validate their experiences. And if you see people using this month to promote adoption and their own savior status, maybe drop a little comment that's like, hey, did you know what this month is actually for? Because I don't think a lot of people do. So with this month, there's going to be a steady increase of the oversharing that happens on social media. And I think everyone knows how I feel about sharing and oversharing. And I've already seen a lot of oversharing in these first 2 days. So if you see that, I really just ask, send a nice private message or something and say, hey, this doesn't seem like something that should be blasted on social media. Because, kids are kids. Their story shouldn't be told, and if their own parents are oversharing, who's going to advocate for them? So be an ally, support adoptees and foster care youth, and help protect us, because not all of us have parents that understand how personal and private our stories are. And unfortunately, there are a lot of parents out there who like to share stories to promote their own savior status. So, to wrap it all up, National Adoption Awareness Month is to raise awareness of the amount of kids in foster care that need homes, and it's now being reclaimed by adoptees and foster care youth to share our truths about adoption. It is not to pat adoptive parents on the back. It's not to promote adoptions with private agencies where you can adopt a baby and there'll be a blank slate. It is not that at all. It's for education and awareness. And you should totally do my challenge. Like, I don't have a prize for you, but you're gonna get woke. So that should be enough of a motivation. As always, you can subscribe, like, comment, email me. Like I said, I'm posting a lot on Instagram. I've already posted like 3 times today. Like, National Adoption Awareness Month is lit as far as truth telling. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.